Have you ever felt trapped in a conversation that leaves you feeling exhausted, doubting yourself, and as if you're always the one at fault? This is no coincidence. It's very likely the strategy of a narcissist. They manipulate you with seemingly harmless phrases that are actually subtle traps designed to control your emotions and thoughts. Statements like, "Why is it always my fault?" or "You never understand me," can make you feel like you need to fix things. But in reality, they're trying to strip away your confidence and control in the relationship. Take a moment to reflect on the times you felt the need to explain yourself, to prove your worth to someone who never truly listens. This is a sign that you're dealing with a form of psychological manipulation. The alarming truth is, if you don't recognize these signs, you could get caught in a toxic cycle with no way out. In today's video, we're going to uncover the common phrases narcissists use to trap you. More importantly, I'll share powerful insights from Stoic philosophy, a tool not only to help you recognize manipulative behaviors, but also to safeguard your inner peace. Because remember, while you can't change them, you can absolutely change how you respond. With real-life examples and practical strategies, I'll help you understand how narcissists operate and why they're not truly interested in resolving issues. They simply want to win every argument. Stay until the end of the video, as this will be your first step toward reclaiming your power in any relationship. Did you know that narcissists rarely attack you overtly? They use words as a sophisticated trap, leaving you doubting yourself and spiraling into exhaustion and a loss of control. The most dangerous part is that their words often start off sounding normal, even sweet. But if you listen closely, they're laced with malicious manipulation tactics. First, understand that not all narcissists are the same. Some belong to the grandiose type. They crave attention, boast, and want the entire world to revolve around them. You'll hear phrases like, "I'm the only one who knows how to do this," making you feel insignificant without them. Then there are the vulnerable narcissists, who appear weak, constantly blame the world, and make you feel like you must rescue them. Statements like, "Nobody understands me but you," or "I've sacrificed so much, why can't you do this one small thing for me?" can trap you in a cycle of blind empathy. Worse still are the toxic narcissists who use cunning strategies to control you. They might say things like, "If you really loved me, you wouldn't need to see your friends anymore." On the surface, it sounds harmless, but in reality, they're isolating you from your support system. Imagine a close friend confiding in you that her husband repeatedly says, "Why can't you ever do anything right?" Each time she hears it, she feels the need to try harder, do more, and yet still ends up criticized. This is precisely how narcissists manipulate emotions and take control, making you feel like you'll never be good enough. Here's what you need to understand. Narcissists don't want a genuine conversation. They're not seeking the truth or a solution. They only want power, the power to control your emotions. As the philosopher Epictetus once said, "If you wish to improve yourself, focus on how you respond, not on how others behave." In the next section, I'll show you how to identify the specific phrases narcissists use to trap you, along with practical strategies to break free from this toxic cycle. Stay tuned, as this might be the key to reclaiming your emotional freedom. Why can't you ever do anything right? This is one of the classic phrases narcissists use to undermine your confidence. On the surface, it may seem like an ordinary complaint, but in reality, it's a manipulative tool designed to make you feel like you're always wrong, always lacking. It's not just a statement, it's a psychological attack aimed at controlling your emotions and putting you on the defensive. Imagine this scenario: a woman devoted to her family spends a long day taking care of the house and cooking dinner, only to hear her husband say, "Why can't you ever do anything right?" No matter how hard she tries, nothing seems to be good enough in his eyes. This leaves her confused, wondering if she truly made a mistake. The next time she tries even harder, only to face the same criticism again. This is the trap. Narcissists don't actually care whether you do things right or not. They're not looking for improvement or solutions. What they want is to keep you in a state of insecurity, making you doubt yourself and channel all your energy into trying to please them, a goal you'll never achieve. Why do they do this? Because it gives them control. When you constantly try to earn their approval, you inadvertently place them in a position of power. This not only weakens you but also bolsters their ego. But remember, you don't have to fall into this trap. Instead of arguing or justifying yourself, stand firm in your confidence. For example, if you hear this phrase, rather than reacting emotionally, you can respond simply, "I've done my best, and that's good enough for me." Most importantly, remember that your value isn't determined by someone else's opinion. Phrases like this only hold power if you allow them to. In the next section, we'll continue to break down other common phrases and explore smart strategies to handle them without compromising your inner peace. Without me, you wouldn't accomplish anything. This isn't just a simple statement. It's one of the most cunning weapons narcissists use to strip away your sense of pride. It's how they twist your achievements to glorify themselves, making you believe that everything you've accomplished is because of them, not your own efforts. Imagine this scenario: someone receives a well-deserved promotion after years of hard work. Filled with excitement, she shares the good news with her partner. But instead of receiving recognition or congratulations, she hears, "If it weren't for me encouraging you every day, do you think you could have achieved that?" In that moment, her joy dissipates. She begins to wonder, did I really accomplish this on my own? Or was it all because of him? This is a classic manipulation tactic. Narcissists don't want you to see your independence and capabilities because that threatens their control. By planting the idea that you can't succeed without them, they keep you in a state of dependence. This not only diminishes your self-worth, but also forces you to constantly seek their approval, something you don't actually need. So what's the truth? Your achievements are yours. The late nights, the resilience in the face of failure, the persistence, it was all you. Encouragement from others may be helpful, but it's never the deciding factor. Your success belongs to you, and no one has the right to take it away. When you hear this statement, rather than reacting emotionally or trying to prove them wrong, respond calmly and assertively, "I appreciate your support, but I'm also proud of the effort I put in to achieve this." This simple yet powerful response reaffirms your worth without giving them an opening to further manipulate you. Remember, narcissists only have control if you allow them to. Your value doesn't lie in their words. It lies in what you built with your own hands and mind. In the next section, we'll continue exposing more subtle tactics and explore ways to protect yourself from such manipulative behaviors. I'm only saying this because I care about you. At first glance, this phrase might seem to stem from genuine concern, but in reality, it's often a perfect cover for subtle criticism. When used by a narcissist, it becomes a powerful tool of manipulation, leaving you doubting your decisions and feeling inadequate if you don't follow their advice. The danger lies in the ambiguity of the statement. It doesn't directly attack you, but creates a sense of uncertainty. Are they trying to help, or are they undermining you? You start questioning yourself. Are they saying this because they want the best for me, or do they not believe in my abilities? Let me share an example. A woman decides to pursue a long-held dream and take a major step forward in her career. When she excitedly shares this news with her husband, she hears him say, "Do you really think this job is right for you? I'm only saying this because I care about you. I don't want you to be disappointed if it doesn't work out." At first, it sounds like thoughtful advice, but within moments, her newfound confidence begins to waver. That spark of excitement is replaced by fear and self-doubt. This is how narcissists gain control over your emotions. They don't just make you question your capabilities, they make you feel indebted to their concern. But true care never leaves you doubting yourself. Genuine concern supports and believes in your potential, even when the outcome might not be perfect. When faced with such comments, instead of absorbing the insecurity they try to instill, respond calmly and assertively. "Thank you for your concern, but I've thought this through and believe I'll do well in this." This not only protects your self-esteem, but also reaffirms your autonomy in making decisions. The phrase "one only saying this because I care about you" can be a subtle trap, but once you recognize it, you can break its manipulative hold. In the next section, we'll continue uncovering other common phrases narcissists use and explore strategies to protect yourself from their control. Everyone agrees that the problem is you. This is one of the most insidious and dangerous manipulation tactics narcissists can use. It's not just a criticism, it's a psychological attack that exploits a deep human fear, the fear of isolation. By creating the illusion that everyone is on their side, the narcissist makes you feel alone, wrong, and unworthy of support. Picture this: one evening, you're trying to resolve a conflict with your partner. You share your honest perspective, hoping to find a solution together. But instead of responding with empathy, they casually say, "I'm not the only one who feels this way about you. Everyone thinks you always overreact." In an instant, the focus shifts from the two of you to a supposed collective judgment. You're left stunned, wondering, does everyone really think that? What did I do wrong? The brilliance and cruelty of this tactic lies in its subtlety. It doesn't attack you directly but infiltrates your mind, shaking your confidence from within. But here's what you need to know. The everyone they're referring to is often either a fabrication or a distorted interpretation. Narcissists aren't looking for truth, they're looking to control you by making you feel weak and isolated. By invoking this imaginary crowd, narcissists deflect from the real issue. Instead of addressing the problem between the two of you, they lean on the weight of an invisible group to bolster their argument. But ask yourself this: if anyone truly felt that way, why haven't they spoken to you directly? When faced with this statement, don't let fear take over. Stand firm and bring the focus back to the conversation. A simple but powerful response might be, "If anyone genuinely feels that way, I'm open to hearing it from them directly. For now, let's focus on resolving this issue between us." With this, you dismantle the power of the imaginary crowd and steer the dialogue back to its rightful focus. Remember, people who genuinely care for you don't need to invoke others' opinions to diminish you. They'll listen, engage, and work with you to resolve issues. In the next section, we'll continue to uncover other manipulative phrases narcissists use and explore ways to safeguard your confidence against their tactics. You're just too sensitive. This phrase is a subtle psychological tactic narcissists often use to invalidate your emotions. It makes you feel that your feelings are irrational, that you're overreacting even when their behavior has genuinely hurt you. It's not just a statement, it's a way for them to deny responsibility and shift the blame onto you. Imagine this scenario: during dinner, your partner says something disrespectful, leaving you feeling upset and hurt. When you express your feelings, their response is, "Oh, don't make such a big deal out of it. You're just too sensitive." In that moment, you feel dismissed, devalued. You start questioning yourself: am I really overreacting? Is there something wrong with me? This is how narcissists twist the situation. Instead of listening and acknowledging that their actions hurt you, they blur the line between what's reasonable and what's not, making you doubt your own emotions. This is a form of gaslighting, a psychological manipulation tactic designed to make you feel at fault. But take a moment to pause and reflect. Your feelings are valid. They exist not to be judged by others, but to alert you when something isn't right. Feeling hurt isn't evidence of being overly sensitive. It's a sign that your boundaries have been crossed. Instead of responding as they expect by doubting yourself, remain calm and assertive. Say something like, "This isn't about whether I'm sensitive or not. What matters is that your actions hurt me, and I'd like us to talk about that." This response not only validates your emotions but also forces them to confront their behavior. Remember, your emotions don't need anyone's justification. People who truly care will seek to understand and address your feelings, not dismiss them as wrong. In the next section, we'll continue to explore other manipulative phrases narcissists use and discuss how you can maintain your confidence and protect your self-worth. Accepting reality and living with a narcissist. When living with a narcissist, the first thing to understand is this: they don't act the way they do accidentally. Statements like, "Why can't you ever get anything right?" or "Without me you'd be nothing," are not impulsive outbursts, but rather calculated tools designed to strengthen their power and manipulate your emotions. They are not seeking harmony or resolution. Their goal is to maintain dominance in the relationship. A narcissist will not easily admit mistakes or change their behavior because doing so threatens their ego, which is built on a foundation of invulnerability. When they say things like, "I only said that because I care about you," it's not genuine concern but a way to mask criticism. Similarly, when they claim everyone agrees the problem is you, they're not just sowing self-doubt but isolating you, making you feel like you have no one on your side. Worse still, if you express your true feelings, they might dismiss them with, "You're just too sensitive." This is not understanding, it's an invalidation of your emotions to avoid accountability for their actions. How can you live with someone like this without losing yourself? First, you need to accept a painful truth. They won't change, and there's nothing you can do to make them change. Expecting them to understand or alter their behavior will only leave you more disappointed and drained. Instead, focus on controlling what you can, your own emotions, reactions, and boundaries. For instance, if they say, "Everyone thinks you're wrong," instead of getting caught in a spiral of self-doubt, you can calmly respond, "Your opinion doesn't determine my worth." If they claim you're too sensitive, you can reply, "My feelings aren't the problem. What I need is a fair conversation." These responses are not about arguing or convincing them, but about reaffirming your value without falling into their traps. Accepting reality doesn't mean enduring or sacrificing your peace. Instead, it's deep understanding of the nature of this relationship and a strategy to protect yourself. One of the most important steps is to set clear boundaries. A narcissist may try to test or break those boundaries, but maintaining them is not just an act of self-preservation. It's a way to assert your independence and self-worth. Additionally, don't forget to seek support from trustworthy individuals. A narcissist may try to isolate you, but you don't have to face them alone. People who genuinely care about and love you can help you stay grounded and provide a sense of safety during challenging times. Living with a narcissist is a significant challenge, but it can also be an opportunity to discover your inner strength. While they may never change, you can learn how to face them without losing your confidence or peace. In the next section, we'll delve deeper into how to establish and maintain effective boundaries to protect yourself in such complex relationships.